welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the bit. The NBA bit is back. We had some fun last night, huh? That was a spicy one. A little game 6 action between the Thunder and the Nuggets. We got a game 6 tonight between the Bing Bong Boys and the B-Town Boys. Battle of the Boys. And we got some fun updates, too. But let's, more importantly, let's see. Who do we got in the chat this morning? We got our guy, Matic Auto, up here early. We got Happy National Do Something Nice for Your Neighbors Day. Let's go, Snoopaloop. DJP in the house. We got Stubbs. Let's go. We got the Common Man here. Everybody's here. Do me a favor if you're first time tuning in. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, 5-star review on the podcasts. Do it all. And then just a couple of programming stuff. If you missed it yesterday, the 89 Cavs were back. You can see it on this channel or on the 89 Cavs podcast feed. That was a lot of fun. We had Justin and our guy Steve back. We had a good time. Lots of laughs, lots of giggles. And then today on the Count the Dings channel at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, we will be joined by Zach Harper for some Hoop Sense. He's going to fill in as our co-host. We'll be just shooting the poop over there. So come hang out with me and Zach a little bit later this afternoon as we break it down. And I think that's it. I think that's it for stuff for today. Stay tuned for some SORARE MLB content on the SORARE feed, though. That'll be this weekend. Live from New York City as we're doing the the Mets and the Yankees game. We'll be live on scene at Yankee Stadium with some sick-ass seats, I think, and talking to some people, talking to some men on the street or women, people on the street. People on the street. So that's all the business. We also, guys, listen. Underdog is back in New York. We made it. We still can't do pick'ems, but at least the dog app is back. We can do some drafties. So we can start getting ready for some best ball. That's very exciting. Very exciting. We made it. All right, let's talk some hoops. Last night was awesome. That was just great stuff. You had the Nuggets and the Thunder. We had a game 6, and good Lord, after praising J-Dub for hitting that big 3 in game 5 to give the Thunder a 3-2 lead, decided he wasn't interested in hitting any threes in this game. Look at that Home Depot ad, by the way. If you're watching on YouTube, it's having like a seizure over here. Do I got to blow this up a little bit more? Wow. That looked like it was dancing some techno. All right. So J-Dub last night in this performance, not great, Bob. In his 38 minutes, he went 3 for 16 from the field. Now, he did have 7 boards and 10 dimes, was trying to get involved elsewhere, but man, just could not get in some good stuff. And then like there was that one play where he was a breakaway there in the fourth quarter, or looked like it was going to be a breakaway. Peyton Watson closed, gave him the swap from the back. Just could not get anything going offensively. Couldn't get a shot to fall. And Denver just did a little bit of everything. And listen here. If you're a real one, if you've been with the NBA bit and Elite Fantasy Sports with me for a while, you know we have been touting the Julian Strawther train for a long time. And sure, did he wait until May 15th to get involved? Yes, he did. But last night, Strawther came to live. Honestly, let's revisit something here. Let's revisit a terrible take that I had that now looks directionally accurate, and mainly just so we can revisit this video, because I think it's still a banger of a video. Let's go over here. I'm going to share a screen in a second, and the tweet here. Oh, God, Elon immediately is like, hey, man, do you want to like boost this tweet? No, I don't want to, Elon. All right. So it says, oh, God, see, look at this. This is ridiculous. All right. After I tell you, Julian Strawther will be in the 6th Man of the Year conversation.
Hear us out. 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 Hear us out.
Just a banger. Okay. But anyways, Strawther didn't get there. Boston base. Nope. Can't get into it, man. Let's go back over that box score and let's talk up some Strawther. So Strawther came in. Russell Westbrook was doing everything he could to help his former team, the Thunder, in this game. Just there was no bench oomph from him. Michael Porter Jr. was tough. I know he hit like one big shot in the second half. Strawther comes in, plays 20 minutes. He had the most bench minutes out of anybody. So no, he outplayed Peyton Watson, who went 1 for 7. Russ went 3 for 8 from the field in 17 minutes. Both Russ and Peyton were minus 10 and minus 9. Strother was a plus 4 out there, went 3 for 4 from 3, 15 points, 2 boards. I want to say most of those points came in the second half. He was awesome, man. He was awesome. And again, I can't help but see it. A little Jordan Poole in that guy. A little Jordan Poole where he's going to take at least 3 shots that make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. But he's still going to hit some. He's still going to hit some. And then for the starter side of things, like Jokic was awesome. Jokic, it seemed like he wasn't being very aggressive. I think at one point he was like 7 for 10 from the field, and it was in the third quarter. Finished the game though with 29 points, 14 boards. Jamal Murray, who we got a late questionable tag. A late Q tag from our guy, Jamal Murray. Didn't look good. He's had the flu, not feeling well. And Murray continues to be bubble Murray, playoff Murray, and he comes out and he was great. He was a plus 28 in a 12-point win, a plus 28. He had 25 points, 8 boards, 7 dimes, 2 for 6 from the 3, 9 for 19, was just in total control the whole game. You had Christian Brown, who was great, man. He went 3 for 6 from 3, 23 points, 11 boards, and 5 dimes. Porter, we already talked about. One concerning thing, though, as we get ready for Game 7, late in that game, Aaron Gordon tweaked a hammy. Adelman, after the game, talked about it and said that they're, obviously concerned. They're going to keep an eye on it, and then they'll reevaluate tomorrow or today. The good news for the Thunder or for Aaron Gordon's hamstring is they don't play again until Monday, so they have an extra day off. But this was like, listen, I don't think you need to like wildly overreact here that like, oh my God, the Thunder are fucked. I don't think we have to go like to be that aggressive about it. This was, a championship caliber team in the Denver Nuggets. These are the 2 best. What did I say? Sunday? Did I say Monday? Yeah, sorry. Game 7 would be Sunday. They just have the extra day off is what I was trying to say. But they, this is like still a championship caliber team who has the best player in the world, and they were at home. And it's been a close series the whole time. So OKC has won 2 games at home already. They can win at home, but now it makes it a little bit harder. It makes it a little bit more challenging for them as they, this is a younger team, and as everyone has pointed out, they don't have the playoff scars yet. Maybe this is their scars, and they're gonna have to battle a little bit, at home and get over this. And I mean, listen, they've beaten Jokic when he's had a 44-point game. So it's not like they can't handle a massive They can't handle a massive game from Jokic. So but what they really desperately need is somebody not named Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to do a little something for him. And that's what's been disappointing, because I hate the narratives where it's just like, oh, guys can't get it done in the clutch. I just think that's like a tough thing to overcome. And then your game is kind of poured over with the fine-tooth comb. It's just tough. But man, J-Dub has been really rough in this series. And SGA is probably looking around. He's like, listen, man, I got to the line 11 times. I only missed 5 shots the entire game. I had 32 points and 6 dimes. But look at the rest of the guys. Chet, actually, we should give Chet a little bit of love. He had 19 and 11 in this game. He had a double-double. But after that, I mean, like, Hartenstein gave him 8, J-Dub with 6. Lou Dort with 10. Jay Will, the other Jalen Williams, had 8 points. You got Caruso at 10. There was just no consistency from their like second guys, and like I think Dort knocking down some if you get 10 from Dort, 10 from Caruso, whatever, like all that's great. You need somebody else so that you can rely to get you 20. And I don't think they have that right now. Stan says Denver taking you have 1K if they win, taking 11K if they win. 11K if they win the title, 1K if they win Game 7. All right, Stan. Sorry, I thought at first you were saying you bet 1K to win 11K, and I was like, "Ooh, all right, Stan. I didn't know you had that in your bag, your literal bag." But yeah, I'm rooting for you then. DJP said Shea fed up with the fouls, so J-Dub had to be the guy. I wanted to speaking of fouls, there was an insane flop that I saw, and then shout out Jamal Murray for just being funny about it. Let me go pull that up here. Look at us. This is our second tweet that we're sharing. That's exciting. I got a fly flying around my head. That's not as exciting. All right, hold on. Let's share this screen. All right, here we go. Look at this. This is incredible flopping. I don't know how I missed this. This was in the third quarter, I think. Denver was up 90-80. And then look at this move by SGA. Incredible give him the Emmy right now one more time. Shea just kind of like lays out. Like, I don't even remember, was this challenged or anything, but that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Good bits there. One thing that I wanted to point out too about Denver. I mean, listen, they had other guys knock down shots, which is what did not happen in a close game in Game 5, right? So from 3-point land, they were 37.5%, which isn't great, but it's not terrible. They only knocked down 12. But I think just seeing the other guys contribute was important. The 23 and the 25. One other thing too, Jokic. So Jokic played 41 minutes, which doesn't. I mean, it's not. I say he played 41. That means he only rested 7 minutes the entire game. But I thought he got a good rest there at the beginning of the fourth quarter. And the last couple of games, I believe he's played the entire second half. And for him to have just that extra little bit of rest was pretty important because you could see he was moving around a little bit better on the defensive end. And that is kind of what killed them in Game 5, where like you were seeing J-Dub had that wide open three, Dort had a wide open three, and both of those times it was Jokic who was supposed to be moving out there. So I thought that was pretty important for them. Now, heading back to OKC, are those role players going to shoot as well? Like, are you going to get another 20-point performance from Brown? Are you going to get another game like that from Strother? Probably not, but I don't know. Sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop. Snoop says, if the Thunder lose Sunday, can you imagine how many people will be tweeting out packages OKC should offer for Giannis? I mean, that is going to be on the table. Like, again, it's when you're the new team, it's fun and exciting, right? They were the 1 seed last year, but it seemed like they had gotten there too early. So they're like, oh, that's okay. They made it to the second round. Next year's their year. Then they have one of the best regular seasons statistically in like NBA history. And then if they get bounced in the second round, all the talk is going to be like, what has Sam Presti ever won? Huh? He traded Harden. Is that what we're rewarding this guy for? And then you're going to see all of like, oh, congrats on winning the asset championship. You have a ton of assets. You get that big asset. So I don't know. Maybe they do like. That might make them like get aggressive with making a move. Mathology in the house said, do you see yourself in the WNBA streets? Mathology, listen, I am a big Liberty fan. I'm a WNBA betting fan. I'm a WNBA DFS fan. However, underdog, and I'm not being critical because I'm happy it's back. It was explained to me that they have the core four, which is baseball, NFL, NBA, and either NHL or PGA. They don't have the WNBA yet. So I cannot access I can't do any I can't do any pick'ems, period, just drafting. And I can't do any WNBA yet. So until they get that. However, I will be back in there. But anyways, yeah. So Denver, I don't know if that shooting is going to continue when they get to OKC. But man, this has been the best series of the playoffs. This has been awesome. And if the Nuggets get through this round, if they somehow make a trip back to the finals, this has to be a case for like Jokic to be a top 5 player of all time. Because like I know they're top 3. You could probably put up with any top 3, Jokic, Jamal, and Aaron Gordon. But if Jokic is able to drag this team to beat this number 1 seed and then again potentially go back to the NBA Finals, that is just like that's the best Hall of Fame top 5, top 10 all time case that's out there. Because, like, again, Peyton Watson was out there, and again, he had a nice block, a nice steal, just zeros on the offensive end. Russ was just brutal, man. He did have that one take to the rim where he finished strong, got a bucket in the fourth quarter. That was nice. I think that was early in the fourth, and it's like slowed down an OKC push. But yeah, man, Jokic is just awesome. He's just awesome. So Game 7 on Sunday, we'll be playback in that bad boy. I'm very excited. Honestly, like I find myself rooting for Denver, but I do not care. I just love that we're getting another Game 7. The question is now, Stan says Game 7 may define Jokic's career among centers. Ring 2 there for the taking. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is going to be his last shot, but I agree with you in the sense that this changes. This like changes if he gets a second one, how we like view him, which is dumb that it's ring culture, but that's just how it is. All right, we have to do a quick mental health check because I got a cough. My voice I'm dying today. So we're going to take a quick mental health check and then we'll dive back into tonight's game. But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today.
I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do.
All right, we're back. So tonight, baby, Celtics and the Bing Bong Boys in New York City. We got Knicks are favored by 2.5. Isn't that crazy? Man, the Celtics, myself included, was like, oh, they are cooked. And they still might be cooked, but the fact that they are only 2.5-point dogs today on the road without Jason Tatum is kind of wild. But how is the chat feeling about this? Is this like, was the Celtics win in game 6? I mean, no, game 5, just like wild desperation, backs against the wall. They had more to play for, do it for Tatum at home, all that stuff. The Knicks knew that they had a couple of chances to close this out. Maybe there's some like comfort in closing it out at home. I don't know. Or do you think the Celtics really figured some stuff out in that game? Because there were 2 major adjustments the Celtics made. One, they stopped playing Kristaps Porzingis, who's dying, apparently. Like, I hope that's a joke. Of course, I hope he's okay. And Luke Cornett was out there, and he gave them a little bit more rim protection. And honestly, like, not that Luke Cornett's an offensive threat, but he went 5 for 5 from the field. No one was, like, closing out on Luke. But I thought, like, the way that he was moving with slip screens and, like, pick and rolls and stuff, I thought, like, that gave him a little bit more rim running that we weren't that we weren't seeing from Porzingis and even Al for that matter. The other thing too that they did, actually, I've got a third thing. The second thing is the small ball lineups that we saw, right? So there were a bunch of times the Celtics were running these 3-guard lineups. So you had Peyton Pritchard and Drew Holiday in the backcourt with like Derek White, I guess, technically playing the 3, Jaylen Brown playing the 4, and then one of Al Horford or Luke Cornett at the 5. And Missoula loves to go to that double big, but I do think they found a little something in that small ball lineup, right? Because we saw Peyton Pritchard play 39 minutes in that game, and they were just kind of flying all over the place. And as Mathology said, the ball moves a lot more without JT. Yeah, it's funny because I don't think that's. I mean, it was. It was because it had to, because they couldn't rely on like any JT ISO to like bail you out of anything. I'm not going to go as far as our guy Emmanuel on Fox Sports being like, oh, the Celtics are actually better without Jason Tatum. Just shut the fuck up. That's not true. But it did seem to confuse the Knicks a little bit. And the other thing too, like defensively, the Celtics were just clicking at a higher level. I mean, the defense that Jaylen Brown threw at Jalen Brunson was just awesome. And it really, like, I mean, again, you're not going to shut the faucet off on JB like Brunson or Jalen Brunson he's going to get his points. Like, I don't think that's crazy like, he's not going to all of a sudden get 15 points, but they were able to slow him down and at least make him work and tire him out a little bit, and then eventually get him into some foul trouble in the third quarter when he racked up 5 of his 6 fouls in that third. So I don't know. I don't really know where I land on this thing. I would imagine, the Knicks having a day off to just grind some tape a little bit. They will have some answers to both Luke Cornett and I can't believe we're saying that in the playoff series. How are they going to be able to figure out Luke Cornett and the small ball lineup? The other thing I wanted to point out here is a big conversation around Al Horford, right? Just being old now. Shout out old people. And like not doing well when he plays every other day, right? Todd saying, have you seen all the Knicks fans interviews? Yeah. You know what fan interview I saw? The fan interview I saw was Knicks fans celebrating after their game 5 loss. So I don't know if that's given me a ton of confidence. Anyways, back to Al Horford. So when he has 2 days off in between games, for whatever, he's got a little bit more juice, a little bit spry on the defensive end, knocks down his threes a little bit more. So this, obviously they didn't have 2 days off. Al only played 24 minutes in game 5. And I just, like, instead of his normal, like 32 to 34, I don't know. I feel like that's maybe that extra rest is helpful. I don't know. I'm thinking we're going to see a big Al game. I don't know if I'm trying to talk myself into a Celtics W here. I don't know if my fandom is showing. My take right now, which I think is opposite of what we typically see from these Knicks games. I think if the game is close, the Celtics are going to win this game. And I know the Knicks have consistently been awesome. They have Captain Clutch, Captain Crunch, whatever you want to call them. I know the Celtics have blown a bunch of big leads this series. I know they've fallen apart in the third and fourth quarter. I get it. I just think there's something different when a team is up 3-1 and then the losing team loses their best player, and then you lose game 5, and you're like, whatever. I think if it's a close game in game 6, it is going to be like there's going to be palpable tension in there for the Knicks fans and for the Knicks players. I just think you're going to feel it because the Celtics have no business winning 3 games in a row. I know they still have a very talented roster. I get it. But I still think, like, even Vegas is like the Knicks. Knicks were like minus 600 after game 4. Then after game 5, it's like minus 260, I think. And so they're like still clear favorites. They are seeing it's the Pacers waiting for them and not the Cavs. So they got to feel pretty confident that there's a real shot. Like, this is a finals window for them. And even though you look forward to next season and the East is ass and Giannis might be somewhere else, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. Eric Lopez asked if I'm AI. Yeah, Eric, this whole thing is AI, Eric. We do a full AI show, artificial intelligence, or Allen Iverson. It's your choice. And then every single day, some good-looking 40-year-old man with a slowly graying beard. Yeah, it's AI. It's AI. But I think if this is a close game, the Celtics are going to steal it. I do. And then game 7, who knows what happens. But there's also, I think, an equal chance that the Knicks come out and just beat the pants off of them. So the take is Knicks either win by 15 or more or they lose tonight. No in between. No in between tonight. 15 plus or an L. I think there is a chance, though, that the Knicks come out, step on their throats in the first quarter, and that's it. That's it. I think that's what we could see. But I'm very excited for this game. I think it's going to be a fun one. I hope the Celtics are able to fight. But I'm still, I said this yesterday, I'm just happy they took game 5. They didn't just go out sad. They didn't go out sad, which I think was important. Predictions for Sunday. Yeah, is anybody taking the Celtics tonight? So Coach Stark says no dog in the fight, but I have the Celtics money line. Todd Packer said he's closing out and the Knicks are closing out in 6. Okay. For predictions for also, Eric, you didn't weigh in after the AI stuff. You don't have any other takes after asking if I was artificial. Do you think, because I think most of the times, like AI characters, there's no like skin blemishes, right? It's just like a pretty clear. So are you saying I look good? Or robotic, I guess. But either way, hot as hell. Knicks are winning for show. All right. Predictions for Sunday. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got a question for you, though, about Sunday. Why haven't they announced the MVP yet? What are they waiting for? Shout out the band, The Script. Is it The Script? What are you waiting for? I forget what. No, that's not The Script. Who is it? Is it Adam Lambert? American Idol? Why haven't they announced the MVP yet? Seriously, what are they waiting for? They're supposed to do it this week. Should they drop a cage match and then they have the MVP hang from the rafters and whoever wins game 7 gets the MVP? Because it would be kind of nuts if they announced it at right before game 7 and then SGA wins the MVP and then Jokic wins the game. That would be nuts. That would be nuts if that went down. I don't know. Yeah, my camera is crisp. Yeah, I don't know. I hope we get it soon though. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. That's like all. What else we got to do today? That's all I had for you. AI, because it's 6:25 where I am, and I refuse to believe someone is YouTube live to talk NBA. Okay, that's fair, Eric. Well, are you AI? Because I refuse to believe someone at 6:25 a.m. is watching YouTube where somebody who you think is AI is talking about the NBA. It's also 9:25 where I am. Do you think Jokic has a chance to win the MVP? I mean, yeah. I do. I don't think he's going to win it, but I mean, the people who do have votes it sounds like everybody has voted for Shea outside of a handful of people. Tim Bontemps of ESPN and the Hoop Collective podcast, he does a straw poll 3 different times throughout the season where he interviews. He asks people who typically have votes to say what they think the MVP is, and the last one is usually always right, and they have SGA winning. So we'll have to see. Okay, could not have played worse, especially with Jay Will. Yeah, I mean you could say that, but honestly, Aaron Gordon didn't do too much for them offensively. Porter Jr. didn't. Game 7s are weird, man. No, I already did Tesla. I gave it to you. I said he was bad, man. He was really bad. Looked like Scotty Barnes out there. Is it all possible. Fair. Whoever wins the series determines who wins MVP. I mean, like, I think us dorks would think that's fun, but I mean, it is a regular season award. I just keep going back to the year that Joel Embiid won it. And not that Joel Embiid wasn't deserving, but Embiid wins it, right? And then all of a sudden, the like Sixers get bounced in the second round and the Nuggets win the championship, and we're like, what are we doing? When you say they flopped well, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about that flopped well? I mean, I just showed you the clip of SGA flopping. That SGA flop was crazy. Who was flopping last night? There was one call that Christian Brown got that I thought was a little funky. I didn't think it was flopping, but wow, yeah, they did go to the free throw line. They doubled up OKC. OKC went to the line 16 times, but okay, man, and it was just all SGA. It was all SGA. Yeah, we talked about that too, Tesla. Tesla, we got to start getting you here on time, man. We got to start getting you here on time. Is it voter fatigue or genuine? No, I mean, I wouldn't say SGA was better. I mean, I think both of those guys put up crazy numbers this year, right? So I don't think there's any sort of the Embiid Jokic year. I thought Jokic should have won it, and that felt a little bit more like fatigue. To be honest, man, SGA was awesome this year. He was on the best team this year. And I know everyone's like, well, if you took SGA and put him on Denver and you put Jokic on OKC, what would those records look like? I get it. I think that I think Jokic is the best player in the world. I probably would have voted for him for MVP, but the Thunder were the best team. And when if you need to use a tiebreaker, that's kind of what I would use for tie breaking. Yeah, the game 6 performance by OKC. Okay, I got you. Nuggets 2 potentially game 7 wins. Well, we're talking about this a little bit. How do you feel about Minnesota right now? And this is not meant to be Minnesota slander. Minnesota, you can only beat the teams in front of you. But it is kind of like I feel like we haven't seen them get in the trenches yet. I mean, they won tough games against the Lakers, but the Lakers also just straight up didn't play centers, right? And then they won tough game, not really tough games against Golden State, but Golden State was without Steph Curry. But hey, you beat the teams in front of you. Where do you guys put Minnesota right now? All right, Tesla said I watched it back. Needs more attention. People constantly glazing Presti. Yeah, I mean, listen, if they win game 7 and then go on to the finals, Presti would tell you to eat a dong. But if they lose, then yeah. Then Presti's going to hear it. SGA is going to hear it. Everybody's going to hear it, right? Because regular season wins don't matter. Ask the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sorry, Stubbs. They have all right. This is back to Minnesota. Randall's playing really well. Yeah, man. I did not see this Randall run coming. I did not see the Randall run coming, but it's been fun. It has been fun. If game 7 is close in the fourth, who you got? Well, listen, both of these teams have shown they can execute in the fourth quarter and win a game. Jamal Murray's awesome, man. Jamal Murray, I don't know what it is. About Jamal Murray in elimination games, in the playoffs, in fourth quarters, but that dude is awesome. I saw Underdog tweet out, I believe it was Underdog that tweeted this out, Jamal Murray's last couple of elimination games. Let's see. They were okay, here we go. Man, this is such an insane stat. Shout out to Underdog for putting this in a more digestible format here. So in 11 career elimination games. Oh, okay. He's got some bad ones. 50 points, 42 points, 40 points, 35, 26, 23, 21, 19, 17, 17, 16. 49% from the field, 41% from 3, 90% from the line. 8-3 in those games. And what did we say his numbers were last night? I believe we said he went for 25, 8, and 7. So this team is just kind of built for close games. And when push comes to shove, they're out there doing it. Eric says Jamal needs to get over the flu first. I mean, he got the W with the flu last night. Now he gets today off and tomorrow off before they get to OKC. Yeah, I don't know. Tesla was saying Chet also running back to the 3-point line to avoid finishing inside is also going to be a problem long term. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think getting some of those Nuggets guys out of the paint isn't the worst thing. I thought Chet played much better last night. He had 19 and 11. I thought he did a good job on the defensive end. Because I had been pretty disappointed with Chet in games 1 through 4.5. I thought the second half or the fourth quarter specifically of game 5, he was really, really good. And then in game 6, I thought he played pretty well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty excited. Tesla said OKC better be up 15 plus in the fourth or it's a wrap. I mean, you say that, Tesla, twice now. Denver's been up double digits in the fourth quarter, or they were up 9 in game 4, and then they were up 11, I think, in game 5, and they lost both of those games in the fourth quarter. So I don't know. I think one other thing that's a little weird about OKC, like last night, I mean, if you take out AJ Mitchell, Dieng, and Dylan Jones, who played 1 minute, right? So there's Chet played 30 minutes, J-Dub played 38, Hartenstein 25, SGA 35, Dort 21. So that's their starting 5, right? Then after that, Jay Will played 14, Caruso played 27, Wiggins played 12, Case and Wallace played 27. That's a 9-man rotation. A 9-man rotation. I mean, it's weird because the Nuggets are playing like 6.5 dudes, and that's not enough. OKC playing 9 plus also feels like too many. Again, that's why I go back to Minnesota, man. I know some people are saying that it's a fraudulent run, which I disagree with. Minnesota has a clear 8 guys. You know exactly what you're getting. You know what you're getting from their starting 5. Depending on the matchup, you're getting more or less Rudy and more or less Nas. And then you got Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Dante DiVincenzo. That's it. And I think that's what again, it's understanding your roles, man. DJP said, I mean, every game in this series was OKC's to lose. I think it's the same this one. Yeah, I think that's fair. Eric in the chat saying, I get that OKC is a better team, but Jokic and Jamal. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to – I kind of feel similarly about tonight's game. I don't feel comfortable on betting on anything, right? If I was to make a bet, not financial advice, on tonight's game, it would be for Peyton Pritchard to score over 20 points. That's what I would do. Alt line, move Peyton Pritchard up over 20 points. But same thing, OKC Denver game. I think I would only want to do points and rebounds for Jokic. The assist numbers have been weird this series. They've done a good job there. Or Jamal Murray over I don't know, what's his line probably going to be? 25, probably 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I do over on that. Yeah, I mean, Denver's got the most Game 7 experience of all time. I think they play a Game 7 series is crazy. 7-game series almost all the time. Again, it's just this Denver run, man. You know how it's like the common thing to do right now is to do a documentary of your season. We saw Sunderland do that. Wrexham does it every year. The Last Dance, the Red Sox did it. LeBron's doing one. I wish they had one at Denver because this season has been nuts. You have Russell Westbrook in there. You've got Michael Malone and Calvin Booth hating each other, then getting fired right before the playoffs. You got Mad TV, Adelman coaching the team. Jokic all of a sudden starting to scream. They do a 7-game series against the Clippers. And then another 7-game series against OKC. And then if they get through this one, I mean, I'm sure if they get through this one, they will have home court advantage again. That's another funny thing that we forgot about, right? Because it feels like Denver's just consistently the underdog. Denver's the 4 seed. The Timberwolves are the 6 seed, I think, right? So they would have home court advantage in this one. And it would probably be a pick 'em. Maybe OKC minus 100, 110, something like that. I think they would be favored in that, even though Minnesota's had Denver. Minnesota's had Denver's number this whole season. I don't know, man. That would be crazy. Denver better than last year, but Wolves are worse. Yeah, I don't know, man. Minnesota's playing good ball right now. I bet the Yankees-Mets game tomorrow is going to be wild if they win tonight. Oh, man, I forgot about that, which I already mentioned. I will be there. I will not be telling anyone I'm a Boston fan. Yeah, Wolves swept Denver. I know, but regular season's different, man. Regular season's different. It sounds like the chat is all taking Denver in Game 7. Is that right? Is anybody taking isn't that wild? OKC's the home team with the MVP, and is everybody taking Denver? Let me know in the chat. Is everybody taking Denver here? Okay, Todd's taking OKC. Todd Packer's taking OKC. Is anybody else? DJP said he's 55, 45 nugs. Tesla said I'm not betting against Jokic in a Game 7. That's like betting against Tom Brady. That's great. So have they only lost one? No, they've lost 2 Game 7s in the Jokic era, right? Didn't they lose one to Portland the year Portland went to the Western Conference Finals with Dame time? And then they lost last year against Minnesota at home. Patrick said I'd pick Denver if it was in Denver, you'd pick the Nuggets. Okay. So some people do like the Thunder in here. All right. Yeah. Okay, Eric, this is the take, I think, right? So Russ is going to dictate the winner of Game 7. Can we do that? Russ is either going to win it for OKC or win it for Denver. Russ will be the deciding factor, which honestly is poetic. I hope we get that. Honestly, we still got to wait to hear about Aaron Gordon's hammy. If that Aaron Gordon hammy is like a real problem, that changes everything. Because now all of a sudden, I mean, now they're already so thin, right? That would be a problem. But man, I'm excited though. I'm excited for it. Speaking of that Game 7, though, yeah, we'll play back that bad boy on Sunday. We'll also play back tonight. And if the Celtics win tonight and force a Game 7 will be on Monday. Game 7 will be on Monday. Anything else we got to get to? Paul George is back in his podcasting bag. That's fun. That'll give us some good quotes. Saw some rumors that the Sixers are interested in moving off the third pick, probably to get some more win now pieces. Be curious how they handle that. No real update on the Giannis stuff. I'm sure that's just going to continue to linger out there. I bet we don't see much more offseason drama until right around the draft, in case teams try to move up in the draft or move back, and then we'll probably get into the spiciness of it all. But yeah, I don't think there was too many other storylines. It's kind of crazy that the Pacers wrapped up their series and they're just chilling now. Just like chilling. Not a lot going on in Indiana. Mr. Carlisle just hanging back, having a good time. I guess they know they're on the road regardless. Todd says, if you are Milwaukee, what is the hurry to move Giannis? I mean, there's no hurry. Unless Giannis says he wants to get out of here and they're trying to maintain a solid relationship in. Yeah, Eric, hey, anytime you can talk to a robot, you gotta. Hey, Tesla, how are you feeling about the rumors that Masai might go to Atlanta, though? The Atlanta to be like team president or something. I saw Atlanta's trying to make some move to get Masai down there. Better weather, we'll have to see. But we got plenty of time for that. All right. I think we probably call it there because I don't have too much else. I figured this would be a smaller show with only one game. We have 2:30 p.m. Eastern over on Count the Dings. Zach Harper's going to be joining Hoop Sense. I'll share the link in the Discord. I'll tweet it out, all that stuff. Let's go. DJ Local said, are the Pacers the best team without a superstar since the Pistons? The only other team I would throw out there is the Houston Rockets, man. Your Rockets. But yeah, that might be a good one. I'm trying to think of another team that went on a run to like at least a conference finals without a superstar on it. The Phoenix Suns. How about the Phoenix Suns? Because I think when Devin Booker was there, when the Suns went to the finals, I'm not sure if Booker you'd call Booker a superstar, because I think I would take Halliburton over Booker. Because that team was Booker, Bridges, Cam Johnson, DeAndre Ayton, and they went to the finals. I know that was a weird year, but I like the take though. I like the take. Page is tonight, right? Is the WNBA tonight the first night of the W? Booker superstar bucket getter. Will you call him a superstar though? That's true. Miami Heat. How about the Heat? Although I guess playoff Jimmy's probably a superstar. Value. Yeah, that was close. That's fun though. That was fun, DJ Local. That was a nice little tidbit right there. All right, dudes, we're going to call it there. Go check out the 89 Cavs from yesterday on this channel if you missed it. If you're first time here, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you hit the little subscribe. 2:30, come hang out for Count the Dings, Hoop Sense, and we will see you either in the playback room or on Monday talking about a Game 7 and then hopefully talking about another Game 7. We out.